Hello, everybody. Coping skills here. I have a friend with me. This is Roxy. Oh, Roxy. Yeah. Roxy helps me process things. You have a furry friend that helps you process things too. Yeah. Hello, all. Coping skills here. Back for another reaction. Gonna continue this trilogy about a very important topic. Last time, um, I just want to say thank you for everybody and the support that I received after um, sharing that last video. I just had to process that. I didn't realize how long it had been since I had kind of talked about it and processed it, and it was very helpful just to get it off my chest. And all the comments is uh, beyond supportive. So thank you so much for all that support. I appreciate it. And it just goes to show you that mental health care is taxing, but worth it. You know, get to help a lot of people, and that's the point, right? So, yeah, thank you very much. I'm glad I was able to process that. And if Ren ever happens to come across this video or the last video, um, for all the renegades and myself included, I just wanted to say thank you. Your vulnerability helps in more ways than you can even think. Thank you. It helped me kind of touch some feelings that I hadn't really processed in a long time, and I didn't really know I needed to until they just kind of bubbled to the surface. So I thank you for creating that opportunity, and uh, thank you for the catharsis from myself and everybody who has a similar story that can relate to one of your songs and what you do, especially these ones. So we're going to continue that trilogy and to listen to For Joe. Yeah, another heavy one. Um, and I'm here with you guys through it. So thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed my dog, Roxy. She's kind of a therapy dog. She's such a happy dog. Great, super smart. Um, so the reason I bring that up is just to illustrate there's a lot of ways to process. There's a lot of ways to feel. There's a lot of ways to get comfort. There's a lot of different avenues to take to get to some healing. And one of the ways that I do that is with my pet, with my animal, with my furry family member, Roxy. So I just want to encourage you guys, if you're an animal person, to do the same. To go give your pet a hug and get some love from them. It helps every day, every day. Anyway, so we're gonna switch gears and do this reaction and see what Ren has to say for Joe. Here we go. Beautiful skyline. So before we get started, just wanted to make a couple of comments here. Beautiful skyline. I think this is when he's in Canada, so I'm going to guess that this is Calgary. I think that's a Calgary Arena hockey team. Um, and also wanted to mention this is the first time I've heard that he plays piano, keyboard and whatnot. But this is the first song I'll be reacting to where he actually does that. So yeah, I'm excited to see him tickle the ivories, so to speak, even if it's a sad song. I'm going to go back a little bit and take that in. Beautiful piano playing. Before we get going, I think he's gonna break out into a verse or something here. Yeah, I like the little ska influence there. I had mentioned it. I think in the Big Push, um, I shot the sheriff reaction that I noticed some little ska influence there, and then I got a whole bunch of comments and suggestions on where REN does dip into that Scatman type of the vibe. There's a little bit there, kind of the jazzy ska vibe. So very cool. Just wanted to mention that. Call back to that last reaction a few videos ago. Here we go.
It's hard to take off from the ground when your wings are cut. Your stomach burns when you're drinking from an empty cup. You know the entire ocean came from my tear ducts. I see the world through Fibonacci sequences and double Dutch. I guess there's some that's born lucky, there's some that's not. I tried to cut away my bitterness, hatchet job. I locked my youth inside the trunk, inside the pickup truck, then dumped that whole thing over that same bridge the night you jumped. I think about that sometimes, vividly. What it felt like to look down and see tranquility. One sudden movement in a world of possibility. Only one movement to expose our fragility. I fucking miss you, and I miss myself. I miss thinking we were indestructible as hell. I miss chilling by the pier cave and kicking back with Callum, Hugo, Justin, Sega, Stevie and the fucking lads. I miss missing that. I numb myself to close the gap. I never even call them up. Distance is my plaster cast to tell the truth. The day you jumped, my childhood jumped too. But I still can't find the anger. All I find is missing you, man, I miss you. With all my rhymes, I picture running 5 minutes quicker, I'm right on time. I picture pulling you back over the edge and then we're crying, and holding you, my brother, and telling you that it's fine, not the way that it worked. I was late like a jerk, there's not a day where I can find a way to break from the hurt. Your body missing, so we never got to wave to the hearse. I hope you're listening, I love you, man, I miss you, absurd, fuck.
So yeah, I mean, still recent in my mind, but that's the last bit of that last song. I think pretty much exactly just played solo there. So it's about halfway through the song, so there's more to come. But yeah, very poignant, beautiful lyrics. Pointed out a few things the last time that I had noticed. This time a little bit more. Said wave to the Hearst. I think somebody had mentioned that his body was never found, so they had to do some kind of the memorial service without a body. So I'm not able to wave to the hearse because there's no body. So very poignant there. I'll go back a little bit and continue from there.
Listening, I love you, man, I miss you, absurd, fuck. Another domino, it falls. Across the way another's born. How you're supposed to raise a child and give it courage from a storm. In a world that is confusing, contradictions pave our flaws. Some will say we're only human, others judge us for our flaws. Some get born in sheets of satin, Some get by in tattered clothes, some will die before they live. That's just how the story goes. But for those of us still with us, who reside inside our hearts, tell them proudly how you feel. And for those of us who aren't, freckled angels stand strong, freckled angels live on, freckled angels climb higher, freckled angels still inspire, freckled angels won't forget you, teach me to live my life better. 13 years and still I miss you, now my wings are missing feather. Otherwise I'd come and join you, but for now I'm here on earth, stuck inside this mortal body. But for everything it's worth, made me braver, made me wiser, made me stronger, made me true, made me face the world with courage, and that's all because of you.
Oh man, I remember saying during Freckled Angels how beautiful a tribute was to Joe. The lyrics here are a little bit similar, but man, just a beautiful expression and tribute. I like the line at the beginning about um, raising a child to be courageous. Yeah, I'm gonna go through that again. I wanted to let it play out, um, but I want to point out a couple of things that really stuck out to me.
Courage from a storm in the world,
Or ska here influence.
another domino it falls. Across the way another's born. How you're supposed to raise a child and give it courage from a storm. In a world that is confusing, contradictions pave our flaws. Some will say we're only human, others judge us for our flaws.
I like that. Some will say we're only human, basically showing understanding. Um, we're all flawed. And then he says some will judge us for our flaws. So you get both ends of the spectrum. People showing a lot of understanding or people showing a lot of judgment, right? So, yeah, there's a psychological inventory um, that breaks down personality types into, um, there's 4 sections, and each section has 2 spots. So, but one of those is so either being judgmental or feeling. It's not necessarily a bad thing either. I mean, obviously, judging people for their flaws is bad, right? But at the same time, if you can see your flaws and you can analyze your flaws, then you can work to correct some of those flaws, right? And if you just glaze over them and show constant understanding, you don't pick them apart enough to do anything about it. So it's a balance. It's not just negative. It's not just positive. It's a balance. Just like in High REN when he says the dance, right? Um, yeah. So anyway, we'll get back to that, but that was my thought on there.
Some get born in sheets of satin, some get by in tattered clothes, some will die before they live. That's just how the story goes. But for those of us still with us, who reside inside our hearts, tell them proudly how you feel. And for those of us who aren't, freckled angels stand strong, freckled angels live on, freckled angels climb higher, freckled angels still inspire, freckled angels won't forget you, teach me to live my life better. 13 years and still I miss you, now my wings are missing feather. Otherwise I'd come and join you, but for now I'm here on earth.
Right there. Obviously, call out to his friend Joe there. Hasn't seen him for 13 years, still misses him, considers it a missing feather. It's a very artistic way to express something just not there, missing. Beautiful, beautiful.
In feather, otherwise I'd come and join you. But for now I'm here on earth, stuck inside this mortal body. But for everything it's worth, made me braver, made me wiser, made me stronger, made me true, made me face the world with courage, and that's all because of you.
Last line, man. What a tribute to Joe. Made me wiser, made me stronger. Make him face the world with courage. And that's what it takes. A lot of times especially in Ren's case, with how many hardships he suffered, he has showed such courage. Ren, I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of you. If you ever run into this, I'm proud of you. You have showed such courage in life. Anyway, here we go.
Freckled angels laugh the hardest, and their hearts they are the largest. With their wings they fly the farthest, so I know you're gonna be okay. Freckled angels live the longest, and their minds they are the strongest. Oh, their friends they are the fondest, so I know you're gonna be okay.
Such a beautiful video. Um, the last couple lines there I recognize from Freckled Angels. Um, yeah, beautiful story. Such an important topic. Such a tribute to his friend. So much love in his heart. Yeah, just beautiful, beautiful. The beautiful setting, the ambiance, uh, just perfect. Beautiful. Yeah, I'm at a little bit of a loss for words, I think. It's been a couple of doozies of videos to go through, but man, so important, and a topic that's important to me, and obviously important to Ren. So yeah, um, bring awareness to this topic uh, wherever you can, and if you are feeling any self-harming thoughts, it help. Talk to somebody right now. Don't wait. Call a hotline. Call a friend. Get professional help, but get help. All right, guys. Leave comments below, like anything that stuck out to you, anything that I might have missed um, that's important, and yeah, any suggestions for the future. But we'll probably switch to some lighter fare to switch it up a little bit here. So give me a comment, something that brings your mood up, and we'll take it from there. But thank you very much for being with me through this journey, and we will catch you on the next one.